All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a little slightly late for slightly early, 9:30 a.m., January 3rd, 2024. If you're watching this over on YouTube, you could check these out live on playback.tv/slightly biased, usually 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching this on playback.tv/slightly biased and you want to catch up later, or you can't watch the full thing, or whatever the case may be, the Slightly Biased Clips channel will have a full VOD of this stream. So yeah, there you go. This is going to be a bit of a shorter episode. I got, getting the haircut today. Keeping it long, but keeping it, making it a little bit more reasonable. It's getting absurdly long. That's why my hair's down right now. Getting absurdly long. And it's time. It's time to get a legit cut. Just put 500 shots up and got a beautiful Chick-fil-A chicken burrito. It's going to be a great day. That's an underrated thing right there. The Chick-fil-A breakfast wraps or burritos. They're pretty much our burritos. I don't know if they're called burritos. Those are an underrated fast food item right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's their best breakfast item. No one will tell you that because everyone talks about chicken minis, chicken biscuits. No. The little egg breakfast thing that they have. So good. So good. A little much. Like, I'd only eat it during certain circumstances. It's got eggs in there. It's got hash browns. It's got chicken. You're eating the full fucking shebang. Just cook these 3 sunny side up eggs. I don't eat in the morning. I don't intend to intermittent fast, but I do pretty much every day. I don't eat usually until 2 or 3 p.m. But it's only because I'm not hungry at all when I wake up. I have zero desire to eat whenever I wake up. All right. This is what I'm talking about right here. What is it? 6 games total on the night? Every night should be 5-6 games. We can just cycle through the games. There's not... how many games are on a night? 1 million? Yeah, 1 million fucking games. There's no way you can keep up with everything going on. 6 games. Joel Embiid comes back for the 76ers as they rout the Chicago Bulls. Embiid only plays 3 quarters. Still manages a 30-point triple-double. So, his incredible season continues. I honestly think his stats are going to be so insane, and the Sixers are going to be a top 2 team, top 3 team at absolute worst. In the East, the only way he doesn't... I think they're going to be a top 2 team. But the only way that he doesn't end up winning MVP will be if he ends up missing more than 65 games, which is a possibility. He's already missed a decent amount. So it is possible that he doesn't hit that threshold. And I think that's really the only outcome in which he doesn't get the MVP this year, which is absolutely crazy to say. The Grizzlies beat the San Antonio Spurs. There were some Ja Morant clips. Ja Morant was going at Victor Wembanyama. So some people said Ja Morant posterized Victor Wembanyama. And I have to say, I absolutely love that Ja Morant's going at him. I don't know if I would call this necessarily posterizing him. What do you guys think? It's a nice move. It's absolutely a beautiful move. Is it cooking him though? Is it dunking on him? Is it a poster? It's not a poster. He definitely got cooked. Not a poster, though. Let's be real. He also had a disgusting layup. Let's see if there's a clip of that. Left, right. Let me see you do it. That's a disgusting poop. Not a poster, though. Not a poster. I guess there's not a clip of the layup. Is this it, maybe? Oh, yeah, this one's it. Ooh, that's nasty. Ja Morant's a nasty boy. That was a big win for the Grizzlies, though. The Spurs have been playing a little bit better lately. They're still 5-28, but their games have been a little bit more competitive, at least. Their defense has been much improved. But, yeah. Ja's in-air movement is really good matchup against Wemby. Yeah, it really is. His ability to sort of adjust midair on a shot 4 blocks for Vic. Much needed win for the Grizzlies because they lost 2 in a row after winning 4 in a row. They can't be fucking around. They got to pretty much play damn near perfect the rest of the way. Pelicans destroy the Nets. The Nets are an abomination currently. If you just look at the recent games, they're currently in the midst of not only a 4-game losing streak, but they've lost 9 of their last 11 games. 9 of their last 11 games with 2 of those wins. So they're 2-9 in the last 11 games, and 2 of those wins are the Pistons. 2 of those wins are the Pistons, folks. Really, really rough stretch of basketball here. They need to pull the plug, but what is pulling the plug? Oh, look, we got a power ranking. You can look at that. What does pulling the plug even mean for the net? Pull the plug on what exactly? Because it's like pull the plug on this idea that this team could be good. Okay. Trading their aging assets. Yeah, I mean, Dodo's going to get traded, I'd have to imagine. Royce O'Neal will probably get traded. Spence maybe. They had 2 guys with 0 points. Spencer Dinwiddie, 0 points. Cam Thomas, 0 points. I mean, they had more guys with 0 points. But I'm saying, like, volume shooters. Jesus Christ. Royce O'Neal, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Cam Thomas combined to go 0 of 23. Am I reading that correctly? How does that even happen? Who's the better team moving forward? The Thunder. Comfortable. Come on now. How do 3 guys combine to go? Cam and Mikal honestly getting up there too. So it's an interesting dilemma for the Nets because let me look at their pick situation. Because of the James Harden trade and shit, like they don't own a lot of their own picks, but they do have like Suns picks and stuff like that. But they don't own their own, which means, of course, tanking isn't really an option. So do the Nets not have their pick this year? This website's kind of confusing. Oh my God, the Rockets have their pick. Unprotected. Oh, shit. Holy shit. So that's like, I mean, wow, that's brutal. That's actually brutal. They don't have their own, they don't have the 2025 pick either. Oh, man. So, like, they pretty much have no control of their first-round pick. So, tanking and bottoming out isn't really a smart option for them because you're tanking for nothing. You're just hoping that the Suns blow up or something down the line. But you have to try and be good right now. Wow, they're in a fucked position. They just are. I don't know. Maybe you just say, this sucks. This can't be who we are. We have a lot of future firsts that are pretty valuable in the form of the Suns picks. We have like a decent group of guys. We're just gonna trade for an upset star, and we're gonna try to be good right now because there's no point. Like we don't have our own picks. Like we're not gonna try and be bad. Jeez, that one is tough. I didn't realize that I knew that the Rockets had their pick. I didn't realize it was unprotected. Ooh, that is a toughie. That's a tough one right there. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. Dorian will probably get you something. I think Dorian could get you like a first from a contending team. Probably won't be like a valuable first, but a first. Royce O'Neal, I have no idea. I like Royce O'Neal. I like what he brings to the table. Would he get you a first? I'm not entirely sure. Imagine they trade for Lowry. I mean, they need somebody more than Lowry. They need like an actual legit on-ball creator. That's what they need. They need like a Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell makes the most sense for them. If I'm them, Donovan Mitchell won't be available at the trade deadline, but if I'm them this summer, my end goal, get Donovan Mitchell in this building. Get him in here. We need him. There was actually a pretty interesting report from Shams about the Knicks. God, let me see if I can find it. It was very. I saw somebody on Twitter say this, but I don't remember who. I think it was Lauren Gunn. It was very specific in what they were looking for. Like oddly specific. Yeah, here it is. Oh, it was Woj, not Sham. Sorry. Woj just gave you the Knicks game plan. Add a player at the deadline who helps with shot creation and is on a contract that his current team values but can't keep because of the luxury tag. Add a player in the summer who will ask out after playoff disappointment. Interesting. Interesting. So that to me sounds like they have a very specific player in mind. Yeah, Cat could be it. Cat could be it. That sounds like it could also be Donovan Mitchell, the second part. Some people think it's DeJounte. It could be DeJounte. Luka? No, not Luka. Thanks to ESPN for playing audio the entire time. DeJounte. Yeah, like, are the Knicks... The Knicks aren't that dumb, are they? Like, they just saw DeJounte next to a small guard. They just saw a team say, hey, DeJounte Murray's a perfect guard to pair next to our small guard. And then that team is realizing, oh, wait, this isn't fucking right. This isn't true. He's not perfect at all, actually. This actually sucks. This actually sucks and we stink and we're not going to probably blow up our team. And the Knicks are like, actually, you know what? Maybe it'll work for us. Because that little first bit absolutely sounds like DeJounte. A creator who's on a contract that the team values but can't afford because of tax stuff. That 100% sounds like DeJounte Murray. All right, well, the Nets are absolutely free-falling. Absolutely free-falling. Damn. I mean, I got to go back and look at this box score again just to make sure I wasn't imagining things. 0 of 11 for Cam Thomas. 0 of 6 for Dinwiddie. 0 of 6 for Royce O'Neal. Of 23 combined. Ain't no way. And then if you want to add in Dorian Finney-Smith, that four-man group right there combined to go 1 of 29 with 3 points. Holy shit. That's nuts. 4 guys combined to go 1 of 29 for 3 points. If you told me that hasn't happened since 1953, I'd believe you. Just full stop. You said, yeah, 4 guys haven't combined to do that since 1944 when it was disabled war vets. I'd say, you know what? That makes sense. Celtics Thunder, we'll save this one. This is the big one. The big one. Magic and Warriors. I watched this one. This little road trip for the Magic, this little West Coast road trip, really showcasing their need for like a legit fourth quarter go-to score. Because down the stretch in the Suns game, they just couldn't get it. They couldn't get the baskets that they need, the buckets that they needed. And it was better in this game against the Magic. They just really couldn't stop against the Warriors. Steph just got red hot in the fourth quarter. But they need like either Paolo or Franz to develop into a guy who not only can consistently create offense for themselves. I mean, they've both been really good this year. Don't get me wrong, but it's more so the 3-point shot. Because at a certain point, you're going to have to keep up with teams. with the threes. And they made 14 threes, 38%. So it wasn't like they weren't doing it. The Suns game was egregious. But I'm a believer in the Magic. Like, I left last night's game still thinking, like, damn, they're good. I know they lost, but they're good. And they're set up pretty well for the future. Paolo and Franz, collectively, them. Mo Wagner had a great game in this one, too. It was funny. I was listening to the Warriors broadcast, who were surprisingly not bad last night. I don't know if they took, like, some medication before the game or what, but they were surprisingly pretty good. They made a funny comment that was like, anytime the Warriors take the lead, a guy named Wagner does something. Because Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner were both just torching them, especially like early in the fourth quarter. But when Steph's going hot, this is a really hard team to beat. So Steph reached that special place. Gary Payton is hurt again. I mean, Jesus, this guy cannot stay healthy. God bless him. Yeah, a much needed win for the Warriors at home. Much needed. And then the Kings lose to the Hornets. So it's games like these that make me feel a little bit better. Games like these that make me feel a little bit better about the Mavericks shitting themselves constantly. The Kings have just been really weird this year. Got no idea what to make of them at all. When they look good, they look really good. And then it's like, this happens. How long is Ball out? LaMelo, if you're talking about LaMelo, I read a couple days ago that he was doing like on-court stuff, but his return like wasn't imminent or something like that. So I don't know. But the Hornets, man, they snap what was it? Was it an 11 or 12 game losing streak? They snap it. They're back. Terry Rozier has been balling lately. He's been hooping. 34 points. I mean, that's an interesting trade target right now. If you're a team that needs like a backup guard or something, that's a name. And a name that you're scared to do it because I don't think he's expiring. I think he's got at least another year on that contract. Let's check. I think he's got at least one more year on that deal. Oh, I'm sorry. He has 2 more after this season. 23 this year, then 24, then 26. He's an interesting one. He's an interesting one. Miles Bridges went off. So would any of you guys know the CBA stuff? If a team were to trade for Miles Bridges right now, you would not get his bird rights, right? Because he only signed for a 1-year deal. Technically picked up the qualifying offer. So would you have his bird rights? Because I think that would significantly. The Hornets will still have his Bridges bird rights. Okay, so the Hornets have his bird rights. But if he gets traded, then oh, hold on, I'm reading it right now. Marks. Okay. So here, the 1-year qualifying offer comes with veto power on any trade. Okay. If Bridges approved a trade, his bird rights, the ability to exceed the cap as a free agent, would not transfer to his new team. So that absolutely tanks any trade value Miles Bridges would have right there. That tanks any and all trade value Miles Bridges would have. Of course, you have the fucking PR nightmare that would be trading for Miles Bridges immediately. But you are absolutely trading for a rental. Like with Siakam and Anunoby, you at least have their bird rights. So you have, a seat at the table. Bridges, like, I feel like most teams that trade for him would just straight up not be able to afford. So that would absolutely be a rental. Here's a name I'm circling, though. Cody Martin. Just came back from a prolonged injury. I think he missed the entire season up until this point. Up until recently when he came back. I'm circling his. I'm circling his name as somebody to watch out for. Could be an interesting trade target for some team. Kind of this versatile wing. Defend pretty well. And do. Keeping an eye out on him. Obviously, twin brother of Caleb Murray. On a pretty nice friendly contract. $7 million this year, $8 million next year, $8 million the year after. Could be somebody that they just kind of want to hold on to. But if not, somebody that I'm monitoring. I got a close eye on him. If I'm an NBA team, the twin brother thing, the twin brother piece. If one twin brother starts playing really well somewhere else, I'm trying to trade for the other one. Because realistically, what's the difference? If one twin brother's balling out, I'm trading for the other twin brother if he's on another team riding away. I'm trading for him. Hey, go find out what your brother did. Go find out what drills the Miami Heat did with your brother. We're going to do them with you. How is PJ on this team? I see Hornets fans wanting to trade him. Yeah, Hornets want PJ Washington gone. Could be an interesting one. You know, in regards to trades, especially there are teams out there that can afford to just go out and get whoever the fuck they want. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't need to be smart even. It's just like, we want this guy. We have 15 draft picks. How many do you want? We don't care. SJ made a great point on Twitter yesterday. He made a really good point. About how, especially a team like the Mavericks, they need to be ahead on trade. They need to make the smart trade that, you know, might be a little difficult to see the vision at first. Think like Aaron Gordon getting traded to the Nuggets. That was a trade that left some people scratching their heads originally. They gave up, 2 first-round picks. They paid him. But in hindsight, he was very instrumental to them winning a championship, and it was a great trade. And they would have gladly given up more had they known exactly how it would play out, right? Then you have trades like the Vucevic trade for the Bulls. Like these reactionary, we're trying to be good right now, fuck. Vucevic is available. Okay, yeah, we'll trade a couple picks for him. Obviously, that ends up being a disaster trade. Oh, I'm sorry. Aaron Gordon traded to the Nuggets for Gary Clark. Oh, and Gary Clark. RJ Hampton, Gary Harris, and a 2025 first. So it was only one first. Wow. What a trade. What a trade. And RJ Hampton, to be fair, was in his rookie season and was just a first-round pick. So it's not like he was a random throw-in. Those are the type of trades that a team like the Mavericks, who are a little asset, strapped for assets, that's a trade they need to be looking at. Who's somebody that we can buy low on maybe, or somebody that we're comfortable giving up a first-round pick for, and we might be the only team to do it, but we see a vision with how they fit in with our team, and we think we can absolutely maximize their return. Is it about time we start looking at fancy those trades? Yeah, maybe in a couple days. It's getting close to time. But we got. I do have to go somewhere, so we need to hurry this up. So, anyways, a nice one for the Hornets. A terrible loss for the Kings. I did catch a good amount of this condensed game. I got kind of a problem with how the NBA League Pass does condensed games. They completely miss entire possessions sometimes, and cut out the fucking free throws. Like, if you're gonna do a condensed game, cut out the free throws. Just cut them out. Just tell us how many they made or whatever, and we could do the math ourselves. All right, this guy got fouled. He's going to the free throw line. Okay, they cut to the next play. The team has 2 additional points. All right, he made both free throws. It's like I'm watching a condensed version of a game, and I got to sit there and watch the free throw routines of these guys. That doesn't make any sense to me. I didn't think De'Aaron Fox was good in this game at all. Malik Monk was a no-show. Kevin Huerter's just been terrible this season. Got no idea what's gotten into him. Keegan Murray, again, all over the map. All over the place. It's funny because the Kings fans dragged the fuck out of, I forgot who it was, some NBA writer for saying, like, they need to continue to upgrade their wing position because, like, Keegan Murray wasn't the sole answer. And he got dragged. Kings fans were, like, irate at this accurate statement. That, hey, Keegan Murray's ascension's not enough. And even then, like, he's not consistent enough for you to not care about that position anymore. All right, Celtics and Thunder. This team, dude. This Thunder team just has it. Just has it. There's just, what is there to say? I mean, there's all the numbers in the world you can go and find that support the Thunder being a real legitimate contender. You don't even really need the numbers. Just watch them play. They just have it. They have it. That's simple. They're just so in control. They don't get rattled. They don't get phased. They answer any big run. They have an answer for almost everything. I mean, the Celtics made a pretty valiant effort in the fourth quarter to come back in this game. Even in the closing seconds, 30, 40 seconds left, it's a 2-point game. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, hits a tough fadeaway basket in the paint to basically steal the game. 36 for Shea. 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 14 of 22. 23 for Giddey. I like to shit on Giddey. He had the best plus-minus on the team, too. I like to shit on Giddey. I don't think he's that great. I'll give him some props here. I mean, he played well. The Celtics just straight up didn't guard him. This is a strategy the teams have gone towards when playing the Thunder now because you kind of have to pick and choose because they got so many great guys offensively. And it feels like teams are like, all right, Lou Dort's been red hot from 3 this season. Giddey, you can shoot. We do not care. You can shoot. In fact, you can do whatever you want. Like, we're just pretty much not going to guard you. And Giddey made him pay last night. And if he can start making teams pay for that, then okay. I'm still imagining a world where Giddey is replaced by somebody better. Where Giddey's spot in the rotation is replaced by a Markkanen. Or, somebody else. Like a Dorian Finney-Smith or something. And that's just like, that reaches. I'm sorry. I think the Thunder are championship contenders. I don't care. I don't care about their inexperience in the playoffs. That will probably come back to bite them in the ass. It's very rare that a young team makes the finals for the first time or makes the playoffs for like the first time legitimately, and they're ready to go. Very rare. But dude, I don't know. This team is different. I feel like this team is built different. What the fuck is happening? Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. We've lost me. I don't know what happened, but I accidentally clicked out. I accidentally clicked out of the screen. But we're back. We are back. Okay. Anyways, get this shit off the screen. I do think that this team can I do think that this team can win. Really. I do. Sorry, YouTube. Had a minor fuck up. can win playoff series. I do believe that to be true. Because look at their schedule. Look at their wins. It's not like they're beating up on the bottom feeders. I think they are undefeated against teams above 500 or below 500. Something like that. So they are taking care of business against those teams. Don't get me wrong. But they're also like beating, they're 12-1 versus below 500. The Nuggets are 15-0. They're also taking care of business though against legit contenders. They beat the Celtics. They've beat the Nuggets. They've beat the Knicks, and the Knicks have been playing better lately. They beat the Timberwolves. They beat the Nuggets twice, both on the road. They beat the Mavericks. Like, they're beating real contender. I'm a believer in what they got going on. They have the top 3, I believe, in both half-court offense and defense. Like, that's rare. That is, you're a championship contender if you're doing that. They have the best half-court offense. They have the 4th best half-court defense. I mean, that is insane to me. That is absolutely insane to me. The rebounding is a problem. And for them, it's like, I was thinking about this last night. Young teams, they want to go get guys like the Magic, for example. They need shooting, right? But they have a very clear-cut identity as a team where if you're on the floor, you're playing defense, you're versatile, you can switch, you can guard a bunch of different positions. And you're a smart decision maker with the ball in your hands, you attack the rim. You're not like uber one-dimensional. It's hard to find guys who can also shoot that fit that mold. Like, those are rare players and expensive players. The Thunder, you need a rebounder. You need somebody who can help you rebound. So preferably you need like a 4 who's really good at rebounding, or a big who can also shoot because you need the floor spacing and is a smart decision maker and a versatile defender. Well, those guys are increasingly rare. Those guys are incredibly rare, which is why marketing makes a ton of sense. But the thing is, for the Thunder, they have so many fucking picks. They can just figure out who that guy is, and even if they have to overpay for him, they can overpay for him. I don't know, man. Because it's easier said than done, right? When you say, like, oh, this team needs this. This team needs a player who can shoot, defend, rebound, and can pass. That's all they need. It's like, oh, okay, they need a top 20 player in the league. All right, yeah, sure. Diddy plus 5 first we get it done? Yeah, exactly. The only thing is they don't, well, what's their contracts look like? They have the Bertans deal. The Bertans contract. Celtics number 1 in the power rankings. Bucks number 2. How are the Thunder not higher? How are the Thunder at 4? No way. Thunder ahead of the Timberwolves, please. It's time. It's time we all get honest with ourselves. Watch the Timberwolves and then watch the Thunder. Who's better? Who's a better team? Is it bad that I don't fully believe in this Mavs team? No, it's not bad at all. They've lost fucking, 6 of their last 9 games? Like, of course. Of course it's not bad. They're in a rut. Sixers at 6. Clippers, Kings at 8. I don't see that. Gotta be honest. I don't see that in the slide. Mavericks at 10. Okay, so you read this, it does kind of show. It does kind of show that the top teams have been really good this year, but everyone else has just had so many ups and downs and been all over the map that the Mavericks are a top 10 team. And then you look at it, and it's like, there's no way the Mavericks are top 10. And then you look at the teams around them, and you're like, oh, yeah, actually, Yeah, makes sense. So anytime you get really upset about the Mavericks, you just have to realize that a lot of these other teams are all over the fucking map as well. A lot of these other teams are also just so up and down and all over the place. The Knicks drop significantly. Interesting. The Thunder have had perfect injury luck so far. Yeah, but they don't have like any real injury prone players. Like Shea had some injury stuff, but like how much of that was early year Thunder? Like, hey, we want a high draft pick and we don't want you to get hurt any further, so you're out for the rest of the season. Like, let's not forget, Shea missed half the season pretty much back to back years. He was well on his way to stardom before that. And I'm trying to remember. It was 2020, 2021, 35 games. 2021, 2022, 56. And I think in that 2021, 2022 season, they were like 500 when he played or something like that. Okay. I must be thinking of a different season because when he, in his 56 starts, they were 16 and 40. So I must be thinking of a different season. Was it the year before? 16 and 19 and 35 starts the year before. But yes, the Timberwolves rest advantage is crazy. And I think in today's NBA, that means more than having an easy schedule. Like constantly playing teams that are on the second night of back-to-backs means more than having an easy schedule. Because you look at like the schedule rankings and the strength of schedule. I'm just pulling it off the top of my head because it's the first example I can think of. But okay, you look at the Timberwolves schedule and they play the Mavericks. Okay, well the Mavericks have a winning record, right? They're a team that's either 7th seed or like 6th seed. So that factors well into the strength of schedule. But that was the second night of a back-to-back for the Mavericks, and they were traveling, and Luka didn't play. So they played a dog shit team. But like the strength of schedule stuff, I don't think at least represents that. The rest advantage stuff is just wild to me. And then you have all these teams right here. How are the Jazz below the Nets? Like this is a weekly power ranking, right? Right? They do this weekly? God, the Hawks are so bad. Oh, God. It's crazy what's happened to Atlanta. Anyways, man, I think the Thunder are real life contenders. Because think about it. Truthfully, the only thing you can say to discredit them as contenders is that, well, they're young. That's like it, legitimately. They're a great defense. They're a great offense. They have a great offensive system. It's not like predicated on one guy going off or, one specific play spammed over and over and over. What do you think about the Kyrie versus Luka stuff, man? It's so fucking annoying. I wish the stands would just fuck off. Really, I do. It's like the worst part is the curse. The curse of having what did I tell you? I told you at the start of this stream, like 40 minutes ago, that this Kyrie story was about to break. That this Kyrie story was about to get some like actual legitimate traction. And NBA Central, per TMZ Sports, 20 minutes ago. Can't believe this fucking clown got the attention he wanted. Unbelievable. Anyways, they play great offense. Shea's a superstar. They have a great defense. Chet looks like a defensive player of the year candidate. J-Dub is really good. Oh yeah, the Caitlin Clark shot is insane. This team's really good. I'm a believer. How far can they go? Can they win a championship this year? Hey, it's not 0%. It's not 0%. Could they win the West? Who would be favorites against the Thunder in a playoff series? Let's think about that. The Nuggets, and I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that is the only team that would be like a betting favorite going into the series. Mavs? Fuck no. The Mavs would be like plus 250 in that series. Come on. The Mavs could definitely win it, but Vegas would not have them anywhere close to being favorited. I think the Thunder would be favorites. I think the Thunder would be favorites against the Timberwolves. Clippers probably. Man. Crazy times. I'm jealous. I really am. Like it's year 6 of Luka Doncic. We should be having fun. You know, we should be having fun. We shouldn't be in year 2 of just fighting tooth and nail to be the fucking 6th seed. I'm jealous. Incredibly so. Incredibly jealous. All right, that'll do it for me today. The Thunder are for real. I remember each and every one of you who laughed at me for having them as the number 2 spot in my power rankings. That's exactly where they belong. They're that good. They're that him. Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can catch these streams live on playback.tv/slightlybiased. Over the next few days, we'll start entering the fanspo conversations. We'll start looking at some fanspo stuff. If you're watching this on playback.tv/slightlybiased, you can check out the VODs of this over on YouTube, the Slightly Biased Clips channel. Okay?